Hey, what's up everyone? E back with another action figure review, and today we're looking at the Mezco Toys 112 Collective Hawk P-40 from the Rumble Society. He comes in this traditional Rumble Society package. They've been using this for all of them, you know, Gomez and the Black Skulls and all this and that. Sometimes they use a shoebox design, but this is the more used one so far. I guess they use them both equally at this point. I don't know, but here we go. We're all used to this. All they do is change the sticker there on the corner. In the back side, nothing too crazy going on back here. So let's go ahead and crack it open. All right, so here we have our Hawk P-40 out of the box, and he looks pretty cool. He's very, very unique, I'd say. Very unique design, very unique character. As you see, he's, I guess, robotic, and he's got a airplane head. So it's a little odd. I haven't really read up on the character, so I'm not really familiar with the story behind him. Maybe I should, but just first look at him, first impressions of him. That's just what I think. But now he does come with a comic book, which I did expect to have like information on the character, but it doesn't really. It's just a you know, a little. Oh, also we get a coming soon on this dude here, Atticus Doom. Looks like that's another character. And doesn't show much. It just shows a little action sequence of him, and that's it really. Just one. Oh no, we got some more down here. There he goes. But yeah, pretty cool. It doesn't show anything, but if you go onto the Mezco website and where you ordered him, it does show a read-up on him. So he's a rumbler at heart. This cybernetic alien grease monkey with morphing abilities happened upon archival World War II data and fashioned himself into a Hawk P-40 some time ago. Happiest on the battlefield. Hawk P-40 also enjoys working in the repair shop, kicking back some tan gore, buzz juice, and kicking ass. It looks like he is a regular dude, and he's based off of course, the airplane from World War II, the P-40 Hawk. Now that read-up still doesn't really describe much about the character because it doesn't really tell me who this person is, why is he the way he is, why is his head shaped this way like the airplane. It is based off of the actual World War II airplane, the P-40 Warhawk. So, but yeah, is this a human? Is this a robot 100%? Is this, you know, what is this thing? Alright, so let's get on to the figure itself. As we all know, Mezco Toys never lets up on accessories, so he comes loaded with a bunch of stuff. So let's start things off here. First up, he comes with a big old Gatling gun here. Super nicely detailed too. I love the paint job on this thing. Check that out. Of course, it does spin. It's a little tight, but it's, you know, it does spin. It's got some weight to it, so it's not hollow. But this is very nice. Here's a better look at it. A little bit more detailed look. You can see it there. And you see the holes are actually holes, so you can plug in some effects to it. Then, of course, we do get, I guess you could call these magazines or, I don't know, ammo packs. What would you call these? But this is, of course, where the bullets come out of. You get 2 of those. Then we get a wrench, also nicely painted. Then we get, it looks like a radio or some kind of detonator. Comes with a knife. We also get 3 grenades. They're silver grenades, so you can see there. Got some black wash to them too. So you get 3 of those. Then we also do get, I guess I'll just call this a bazooka. It's silver with some wash on it. And we get some effects for these weapons. Of course, we get some very nice fire effects. Check this one out. And then we get one more. So if anything, if you're not so into the Rumble Society characters, there's always some nice accessories to get from these figures. Moving on here, we have an alternate head, which looks quite odd. How do you go from that P-40 head to this thing? I don't know, but this looks like a tank. And he's got a mouth that opens too, got some gears inside. It's very nicely detailed and painted. It's just very odd, you know. I don't know. We all don't know much about the character anyways. But, yeah, it's a very odd head swap, for sure. I guess he can morph into this, because they did mention that in the read-up, that he has morphing abilities. So that might explain why he's got a tank and a P-40 Hawk head. And moving on, we get some rope. And it's plastic, it's not thread. So that's interesting. And then that's it for his like weapons and stuff. Then we get hands. So we get a pair of open hands here. A pair of even more open hands. So you can see the slight difference in the hand. Very subtle difference, but there is a difference. Then we get these grabbing hands. And that's it for hands. And then last pair are the ones on the figure itself, which are the pair of fists. Alright, so here's our close-up look at our P-40 Hawk, or a Hawk P-40, whichever way you want to say it. We can see the paint detail on the teeth, on the mouth there, on the face sculpt, head sculpt, with all the little eyes on the wings. Then we get these tubes on the back side here. Got some pegals there, maybe that's what the rope pegs into. And then we got his arms. Overall, the sculpt and paint job is very nice. Of course, this is an original character. We get this vest here, this little flight vest, and then we get the very G.I. Joe-ish, military-esque camo pants, and we got the boots. And then here's the back side, which has this printed on the back, Lady Luck, which is another, looks like another robot, another Hawk P-40 on the back there. And that's it. So I do like how the vest has these, you know, soft goods on the inside. Very nice. Also, another accessory that I already attached on the figure. The first thing I did was put this on, but this comes separately, are the dog tags. There it is. So that does come separately. It's got the Rumble Society logo on one side, and on the other side, it's very hard to make out, but it says Randolph Bryan. That's what it says. And there's a link right below it, which is very hard to read. I really can't pick that up with my eyes. I don't think my camera will pick it up either. It's not even focusing right now on it. It's so small. But yeah. And then once you unzip the vest, you can see his undershirt, which is just plain white. And he's got a belt with like some propellers on it. It's just molded. Some airplane propellers. But there you have it, in case you want to see the inside. You can see all the soft goods in there too, the fluffiness of the jacket. And here's a quick look at him with that tank head on, in case you wanted to see that. If we pan out a little bit here, you can see it a little bit better. There you go. Now, before we move on to the articulation, I must say though, these arms seem a little on the long side. They're kind of crazy long. I don't know if it's just me, but they look very, very, very long for arms. Maybe it's meant to be like that because he's a robot or he's a machine. But yeah, it's a little on the long side if we want to compare it to an actual human anatomy. So anyways, let's move on to the articulation. The head sits on a ball joint. So it'll look up that much, looks down this much, goes all the way around. Of course, we get some nice head tilting. So that's nice. Arms will go forward all the way up. And they go back down, they go in and out. We do get a hinge on the shoulder guard piece here, so that still allows him to move around. We get double jointed elbows. That been very, very nice. Then we get a wrist swivel with a ball jointed hinge. We get an torso articulation. Looks like it's a diaphragm joint, and then we also do get waist swivel too. Legs will kick forward. They go back, they go in and out this far. We get thigh swivels. We do get double jointed knees. We get a boot cut shin swivel. Ankle goes forward and back, and they do rock left and right, and they do swivel as well. Now here's a quick look at him with that giant gun in hand. And I put a little effect there. Now there are like 6 holes there, but you can really only peg one in, just because of that blast, you know, effect is so wide and big that you really can't plug in another one. But yeah, that's cool. You could have that, and I do find it a little bit difficult to get him to hold this thing. I'm not even 100% happy with it right now. It's just his hand is so big, and then there's this big like green piece back there that's just there for whatever reason, and it makes it very hard to fit the hand in there. And then the handle came off. I thought I broke it. Maybe I did, but it does plug back in, so I'm not too concerned about it. But yeah, there's a quick okay look at him holding this gun. Alright, I just realized that this guard piece does move, so that was in the way before, and now I moved it to the side. That's probably the way it's supposed to be. So it's a little bit better now. You can fit the hand in there, but still, this thing is so annoying to get him to hold. I don't even want to display him with this thing. I really don't. It's so frustrating. I took off the magazine or whatever that is, and technically you're supposed to plug in that rope back here. But I'm not messing with all that. I mean, if I try to plug that in, then this is going to come off, then he's going to drop it. The handle is the worst part. It keeps popping off. It keeps, Like, that's what keeps happening right there. And it looks like it's broken, but it pegs back in. It's just frustrating. I don't want to deal with it. But anyways, this is what I wanted to show you. This part right here is the part that was down, and now you can move it this way if you want, or that way, or whatever. So there's that. And there's a quick look at him holding his wrench, so he can definitely hold his accessories just fine. Alright, so for comparisons, there he is next to Doc Nocturnal, which does stand a little shorter, and he's just overall smaller than our Hawk P-40. Up next here we have him next to the Hazard Squad Gold Commander Gomez. This is the Valley of the Mosquatch version or variant of him. I really like this Gomez, and he comes with that animated head sculpt, which looks cool, or that comic bookish head sculpt. I really like this one. And you can see he does stand shorter than our Hawk. Up next here he is next to the Blood Force variant of the Krig, which I think might be my favorite version. I love red and black. They look nice together, so it's a nice color combination here. The Krig is bending his knee a little bit, so you can see that he's about the same height as the Hawk. So let's go ahead and stand him up straight, and this time we'll show the Black Spartan variant of the Krig. And you can see there, height-wise, they're almost the same height. And then just one more, just because here's the Tail Drivers variant of the Krig, which is just the white and black one. Alright guys, that's going to conclude my review of the Mezco Toys 112 Collective Rumble Society Hawk P-40 figure. Let me know your thoughts on the figure. What do you guys think of it? What do you guys think of the direction that the Rumble Society is going? Do you still like the fact that they're still making these unique characters? Personally, my opinion on all this is I do like the original characters. I do like the original story. I do still want Mezco to keep making figures like this. The only thing that gets me sometimes is when they release the same figure over and over with different colors. So like the Mosquatch coming out in green and black, and then we had Doc Nocturnal coming in red and black, and then the Krigs are coming out in like a whole bunch of colors. Black Skulls are coming out in multiple colors. At least they're selling those separately as skull packs, so you don't have to get a whole new figure. But yeah, if they come out with like a golden version of the Hawk P-40, it's like, come on, like stop. It's like, give us a one version and that's it. That's the only thing that bugs me sometimes, if I'm going to be completely honest, is the color variations. It reminds me of Funko Pops when they release the same pop over and over in different metallic colors, or in different colors, or glitter version, or flocked version, and it's, it's just, it gets out of hand at that point. So that's the only thing. Now Gomez is different, because Gomez comes in completely different attires, completely different suits and bodies. That's completely different. But if they were to release Gomez, a blue version of Gomez, a red version of Gomez, like that'd be out of hand in my opinion. So anyways, that's just a little quick rant of how I feel about it. I do like the original character, so that's why I hopped on this one as soon as I saw it, because this is a new character from the Rumble Society. The Pink Skull is the same thing. Pink Skulls and Black Skulls, those are kind of different. So I let that one pass. In regards to the Krig, I see what they're doing. Multiple different armies in different colors. I guess they're classified with different names. I can see it, but they're still the same figure, different colors. Nothing's different on the sculpt or anything. If the head sculpt was different, if something on the armor was designed differently, I could see it. But for right now, I only bought one of each. That will be my army build. I'm not going to army build the same colors over and over. So at least I could do that with those. Just get one of each colors. I think there's a yellow one coming out too. So there you'll have an army of 4 at least, just different colors. Alright guys, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, have a good one. Bye.